It's 33 degrees today, so even colder than the last few times. I'm just waiting for the car to heat up and then I'll be going out. It's 9:45. I'm getting up a bit late. I checked the Treasure Hunt Store's Facebook page. They're open today and tomorrow, or not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday, that's their closing day. But they'll be open today, Wednesday, and then on Friday. And they've got a special on Friday, but I probably won't go for that. It's too much money to be spending. I do have a package to deliver to the post office. eBay said it should go out today, but the order came in yesterday. But I don't know for sure that they're open, but it's before noon, so I'm going to go down there and see if they are. And then the sky is a nice blue today, so I'll probably take the opportunity to swing by somewhere and take some photos. Just gotta swap the lens on this. I was using it for shooting food pictures at Christmas, so I had the lens swapped. I use this sort of wide lens for indoor shooting. It doesn't zoom in very far, but it gets a nice clear image. But this also came with a nice telescoping lens, and it's just a very good zoom. It's great for wildlife shots, and I suppose like street photography. There we go. It's really cold. Wow, yeah. Of course it's cold. It's cold. Probably shouldn't have left this in the car overnight, considering how cold it went down to. I got a bit lazy about that. But it should heat up pretty soon. So that's ready to go. Take that out in a hurry if I need to snap a shot. I like custom license plates. If I see a custom plate, I'll usually snap a shot. So it's my hobby, just collecting plates. I've got a custom on my car. It's got my middle name on it. Alright, this should be good. There's lots of people here. There's definitely some traffic. They must be open. Alright. Just arrived at the shopping area where the Treasure Hunt store is located, so we're gonna head in just a bit. Just gotta get past these speed bumps. The shopping center is just chock full of speed bumps, and they're different shapes. Some of them are those big half moon ones, and then some of them are these squared off edge ones, and then there's just little smaller ones. But this vehicle just has like zero clearance. Even pulling into the post office parking lot, I scrape the underside of the front every time. Just that little change in incline, going down and up, scrapes the car. Thankfully, it's got that plastic thing underneath it. So for today's filming, I decided to hold the camera in my hand, and I thought maybe that might help keep it stable. Of course, I would also limit me to only using one hand to pick through the items, but I figured my hand would be a bit more stable. It's still quite fuzzy moving around, but once I actually stood still and started looking through the bins, then it cleared out the picture a lot better. The only downside to this was that since I had the camera in my hand, it meant that my hand was next to the bin, so it was picking up all the sounds much more clearly, and it was very loud rummaging through the bin. And the store was packed with people, being New Year's Day, or New Year's Eve. Yeah, there's a ton of people. But first thing I spotted was this Wi-Fi adapter in the bin. So I went ahead and grabbed that. You can see a little tip of it sticking out in the camera's view. Hopefully that's the only time that I've had something obstructing the view. And I moved over to this other bin, and as I was rummaging through it, I came across a Glacier Fresh water filter. This one's sealed. It's out of the box, but looks to be in good shape. I did notice that the label wasn't entirely straight. That made me a bit shy of it. But I've got a ton of water filters at home that I'm selling, so I decided it wasn't something I needed to pick up. And I also didn't pick up that Aquasure one that I saw earlier. So I moved on. So after about maybe 10 minutes, I finally came across an ink cartridge. The cover on the back of the cartridge wasn't on properly, so I have this black mark on my finger now, and it stayed on my finger so I got home. In fact, I can still see the shadow of it on my finger. I've already washed my hands a couple times. Printer ink is really sticky. But I found one of each color then. But since they were all coverless, I grabbed the plastic bag that was lying around and I just chucked all those in there. This is Wednesday, so everything's $1, so I do have to pay for those individually. So each individual cartridge is $1. But when I go recycle them, I can get like $2.50 each, so it's still worth it picking them up. There wasn't much else in there. I didn't really find much, so I went ahead and moved on. It's pretty easy to get the bins mixed up, and there's so many people, and you're sort of having to dodge people and get around stuff. I found another black ink cartridge there. This is sealed, it's got a cap on it, looks to be in good condition. I didn't find a box for it. I kept looking for the box, but I couldn't find it. And then throughout this bin, I found several more ink cartridges, some color, some black. Some of them weren't wrapped up, they didn't have the seal on them, but I took them anyway. The ones that are sealed, I'll look them up and see if I can resell them. Maybe just put them together as a set if they're the same number. And then the ones that are out of wrap usually get recycled. Yeah, I did good in this bin. This one in particular had several cartridges in it, so I was pleased to come across those. There were some other heavy items. There's a scrap recycling center next town up, and I haven't been yet, but I do have some stuff I need to take there. But I read on their website that they take copper and steel, so as I was going through the bins, I was sort of hefting heavy steel objects and wondering whether I could take those to the scrap place or not, and how much money I could get for it. So it was something that's sort of been rolling around in the back of my head. I think I may have cut it out, but earlier in the video, I came across something that was wrapped in wire, copper wire. I think it was copper, I'm not 100%. It sort of looked like it, but it was a bit redder than I was expecting. I don't know if it had a coating on it or something. But anyways, when I saw something I thought was copper, that my hand sort of darted out towards it. Because I know that's getting up in value these days. little baggie I was using to hold helium charges starting to fill up here. Oh no, I came across this card game or something. Looks like something about psychology, family psychology or something. I thought about looking it up, but it was so busy in there I didn't really have time for it. So I moved along. And there was absolute time to the left of me in the bin there were a bunch more packs. And then there was those vampire fangs. The whole bin was just chock full of them. Came across a couple other heavy steel items and thought about it, but left them. And then, you see a little thing in the hand. Someone decided to pick that up. That was over in the bin over on the side. And then I came across a box for some ink cartridges. I didn't find any of the cartridges that matched that particular box, but I went ahead and decided to take it with me. Because I do have some of that particular number at home, I think in a listing, and I don't think I have a box for them, so I don't think they charge you for an empty box. I mean, I haven't been charged in the past, so I went ahead and took that with. So I went ahead and moved on to some other bins. So I wasn't really finding much. Then I ended up near the clothing bin, and I came across this cartridge for a printer. I didn't take it with me. It's for like the wasted excess toner, but it was too heavy, and I still had that little bag. So then I started looking around to try and find a bigger bag that I could put everything in, and then I found this bag with a little zipper on it. So I emptied all the little things I had into this larger bag, and that really helped out as far as the weight. I was feeling like I should have looked around earlier on for a bag or brought one with me. I think I actually left the bag I normally use, so I left it at home. But that got me to the clothing bin, and I started looking around at the clothing items, which I hadn't planned on checking out. And then it's around here, I think, that I came across the Volcom. There were two name brand bikini bottoms, Volcom. One was a Tropicana, and the other one was a Soul Song. And those retail for like 40-50 bucks. When I looked them up online, it showed it in euros, but the tag had it in US dollars. And moving along to the other side of the bin, after the bikini bottoms, I came across this lifeguard one-piece swimsuit. This one is an officially licensed lifeguard swimsuit. The brand name Lifeguard is actually trademarked if you look at other brands of sort of lifeguard swimwear, they'll typically just say guard on them, and they might have like a plus, but they won't say lifeguard because that is a brand name that's licensed. It's just a sort of official badge. And then from this Sports Illustrated bikini bottom, I found 2 of those actually, both the same size, so those will go up on the store. Those retail around $30. And then this is a summer May. This actually ended up being a maternity swim dress. I think later in the video I incorrectly called it a swim skirt, but it's a maternity wear for going to the beach. It's got the built-in shorts and the liner. It's got a shell lining on the front. And it looked to be in quite good condition. Still had one of the tags attached. I couldn't find the care tag on it. Don't think. Oh, no, I did find the care tag later on. I didn't see it when I was in the store, but once I got home and started taking photographs, I did find the care tag. Yeah, and I think that was it for the swimwear. Got the Hurley and the other Sports Illustrated. I was just moving around a bit and then came across this. This is a Trumpinator. So this is Make America Great Again on the back. It's Trump with the Schwarzenegger outfit on, sunglasses, and the big gun. Was that mini gun or something? But yeah, I decided to go and take that novelty item. I'm sure somebody wants to buy that. So here we have the matching top to go with the bikini bottom, the Hawaiian floral print that I picked up earlier. It's Jack, no name, no brand swimsuit. I usually ignore these, but since I found a matching set, I decided to go ahead and take it. And then there's this guy. So I had a bunch of stuff in my arms. I had too much stuff, and he offered me the cart, so I was quite grateful for that. And then, of course, since I had a cart at that point, I suddenly felt like I could hold a lot more, so I continued around the store looking for more stuff. Even though realistically, I was done. I had to cut out a bunch of footage after this because I was using the cart, the hand that had the camera on it was rested in a fixed position on the bar, and that meant that it was pointing at a bad angle. I was able to adjust a little bit, but then I ran over something and it started making one of the wheels wobble a bit, and the whole thing shook and made this sound, and it just went straight to the camera, and it was just really bad. So I cut maybe 10 more minutes of shopping footage out. But yeah, that was it for today's trip. Yeah. Okay, well, I just tried filming the haul in the trunk, but that didn't work. The couldn't find a good spot to put the camera or the phone, and it kept sliding down. And the only spot I could find where it would prop up properly was covering the microphone, so that didn't work. So I went in for the printer ink cartridges and the toner. I found a few good items. Nothing I could resell. Most of it was leaky. I got ink all over my hand. But I got some Ritz crackers, some snacks from the car. I just have to remember to bring water. I usually have water in the car, but last few days I keep forgetting to put it in the car. And then there was some wheat thins, rosemary or something, stuff like that. Usually doesn't sell very well. That I think was also expired, so it's just something to snack on. Oh, and then this. Lake Wobegon Days, Garrison Killer. I grew up listening to Prairie Home Companion, so I was very happy to see this. I'm gonna keep this one for myself. Or maybe well, it's got someone wrote "Happy Birthday, Dad" inside. 1986. I was born in 85. No, so I'll keep this one for my personal collection. Oh, and then, gosh, I don't know if I can reach those. So since I just went for the printer cartridges, I wasn't planning on buying any clothing items this time around. But as I was passing by the clothing bin, I noticed a brand tag sticking out that I recognized. It was Volcom. Those tend to be a bit more expensive, so I went ahead and tugged on it and found the item it was attached to. And it's this bikini bottom. So Volcom new tag. I briefly checked it to try and see if there was something wrong with it. I think there is. This bit has been removed and put back on again, so it's been tried. So I just put it up on eBay as used. But yeah, that was kind of nice finding that. Usually on the last day you don't find any name brand items, but this had a defect, so that's why. And then I found a second one right next to it. Same thing. Someone had tried it out. So those will both go as used. And then since I started looking, then I saw another bottom new with tag, and this is also a recognizable brand, Hurley. So you got the bottom, then I found the top, the matching top. So I got a set there. And then in another section, found this Sports Illustrated. So a couple of name brand items in there. And then since I sort of recognized this later on, I saw the same pattern in the bin, so I grabbed it, recognized that it would be the same product. And then I found another lifeguard one-piece swimsuit. I've got like a small one on sale for sale that's used. I think I got it at the Goodwill, but this one's new with the tag. Well, it's a one size fits all, but they're pretty small. And then I had seen, this is just a generic bikini bottom. It doesn't have a brand name on it. It's just got like a sizing and care tag on the inside. I've been seeing these quite frequently and just ignoring them because it's just generic junk. And all I had seen were the bottoms, but then I came across the matching top. So I figured I'd take a chance. So that's another set. Yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, I didn't recognize the brand name tag on this, but this is just a one-piece sort of swim skirt. But what I did notice on the back of the tag, it's just got like a generic, maybe like a private label thing on it. But on the back, the text is mostly in French, so that seemed a bit different from the stuff I usually come across. So I thought I'd go ahead and grab that. So I spent $29.39 altogether today. Service fee is $1.25 and the bag fee was 25 cents. So I'm gonna head on home. These will probably just go in the bin. I still haven't gotten around to actually listing much stuff. I listed 2 items yesterday, but I still have like another 8 sitting in the basket. They need to be bagged. And then I've got several items that are on the clothes rack that are just loose, that don't have SKUs on them. I was thinking I should probably bag those up as well, just to save some space. Well, the rack's got plenty of space on it now, actually. It's just the shelf is full, so maybe I shouldn't SKU those items. It's difficult to decide which to do. But yeah, today was a good haul. I'm quite pleased with the purchase, with coming across those name brand items on a Wednesday. That doesn't usually happen. The bin's usually pretty well picked over. I used the small body camera today, so there should be footage for that. Well, if there is footage for that, it'll probably go ahead of this section of the video, so I probably didn't need to say anything. On the drive in to the store, after the post office, I was able to listen to the Kong radio, and it was just about 12:48 their time. South Korea is like 13 hours ahead of me, so I got to listen to the countdown in I think it was in Incheon for New Year's. So that was nice. I really like that. I like listening to the KBS radio. Right now they've got Haha Super Radio on, so I've been listening to that. But I usually listen to that when I'm out shopping, going to Goodwill or sourcing, because with the time difference, it's usually on when I'm out. That's